John, Portage Park.
Yeah, hi, Sean. I'm thinking that the reasons that the kids can't learn, it's not a mistake by the teachers, or I think it's a plan by the teachers to keep them stupid.
Well, of course
so
it is.
Oh, you think so too?
Oh, come on. You cannot afford, first of all.
A lot of people think is that I'm just a conspiracy guy, but I
really,
think I'm right.
You cannot afford to have citizens that can read and reason and think for themselves and perpetrate the kind of financial fraud that these Democrat mafia towns and cities do. The last thing in the world that they ever want is a body of constituents that can read and reason and think. Otherwise, you could see right through these things. Listen, here's another one.
As I mentioned at the beginning, that line item will be immediately offset because that's the same date that the battery storage providers will start providing extra capacity, providing power to the grid, and that will offset that cost. And as I've said numerous times before, the dividends will continue to pay down the road. There will be billions of dollars of savings by the additional generation caused by the battery storage because they're very effective at dealing with those peak demands. And customers will see.
So they're moving forward. Illinois is moving forward with the green energy boondoggle scan. They commit $8 billion on the IFCOM. Now listen to this know-nothing, do-nothing, never did anything known as a Democrat. Listen to him, John, try and sell this.
More capacity and lower bills in the years ahead because of how this is structured.
The bill is an $8 billion rate increase. It asks Illinois families to foot the bill for the state's latest energy experiment, and the result will be higher electric bills, fewer reliable power sources, and more special treatment for.
That's a Republican. But the first idiot spends $8 billion to tell you he's going to lower your bills. That's how stupid they are. That's how stupid anybody was who voted for any of them, or Barack Obama. I'm going to lower your health care costs by $2,500 a year. The premium was $500. Now it's $2,500. And they still vote Democrat. They deserve it. It's idiots rewarding pirates, John. That's why you cannot live around them. You cannot live near them. And no one can finance them, which is why since Barack Obama, the debt has increased by $30 trillion. When he took office, it was just under 232 years. That stupid son of a dog did it in 8. He doubled it in 8. And Joe Biden did it in 4. That's the kind of moron, failure, imbeciles the Democrats are. Or is it genius? Because with that, they just simply raise taxes like in Illinois.
The politically connected.
We can get into the finite nature of batteries and the rest of it, but the Democrats have a long history of helping utility payers. Former Speaker Mike Madigan, that I had a brief period of working with, about 26 days, and a former head of a major power company, and the number 2 nationally, are both in prison for helping utility payers in the state of Illinois.
And what happened? They got caught. And they raise the rate because they have a monopoly, which is why if something's wrong with your electricity, you dial 1-800 right here. Scumbags. Jack, Whiting, Indiana.
Hey, I want to add on to what that guy was saying about the South Shore from Hammond to Dyer.
Oh, is it wonderful? Is it classy? Everybody have on dinner jackets? You get served food?
It gets better. About a month ago, I was talking to construction workers. We were having a little friendly banter about them guys standing around doing nothing. I said, hey, when are you guys going to start running these trains? He says, oh, we've got about a 2-month delay. I go, what's the problem? Every railroad tie, brand new, has to be replaced because it didn't meet some kind of electrical code. Now, when he was telling me that, I was laughing so hard, he told me what it was, and I forgot what it was. I couldn't believe it. No,
Jack,
I couldn't believe it.
That's the kind of mistake that pays. And all the suckers that pay their taxes.
Probably got a promotion.
Of course he did. They're scum of the earth. Maurice Berwin.
Yeah, Sean, I agree with you guys on a ton of things. As I was telling the screener, if there's so much waste and fraud, you guys can prove your point just by doing an audit.
Maurice,
for example,
where were you in the first 60 days of the Trump administration? That's when we released the nerds. We released the nerds and found $2 trillion. $2 trillion.
Let me make this point. For example, in Illinois, for example, if 54% of the kids cannot read at grade level and 89% are graduating, I personally, because education means so much to me, file a class action suit against CPS, bring people in and audit their records. I would be behind that 100%.
Maurice,
if there's much, yeah.
I'm going to make you sick to your stomach. What you're saying was done before the Department of Education. You see, the Department of Education was signed into law in 1978. So in the 60s, a bunch of New York parents realized that listen to this, the reading proficiency rate had dropped from 99 to 91. This is how high the standards were in the 60s. By the way, these are white people and black people and brown people and yellow people. They said that it's unacceptable, and their parents filed a class action suit of malpractice against the New York Board of Education because there was no federal Board of Education. And the politicians indemnified the Department of Education in New York, which is why you have a federal Department of Education. They wanted to indemnify themselves because you and I don't have standings. Parents don't have standings. Nobody can sue the government for malpractice, which is what they're perpetrating. And then think about what you just said. You are living in a city where the reading proficiency rate is 18 out of 100 can read to grade level. 13 can do math. Come on, Maurice. And the teachers are charging $30,000 per pupil. And the teachers on an average are $119,000 a year. Come on.
Easily.
That's thievery.
And that's why I agree. I've been my fair share of white collar criminals because of my profession. I would love to see, and education is so important. I tell people education saved my life and saved my sister's life. I bring people up on charges. I agree with you guys 100%. Do I think there's as much fraud?
I'm going to tell. I have a great story, but I'm up against the clock. I'm going to tell you about a friend of mine one time, Maurice, a guy by the name of Princeton Vaughn. And I'm going to tell you his family story, and you're going to love it. I'm up against the clock. Thanks for calling, Maurice. We'll be back.
Call Sean now.
1-800 right here.
This is the Sean Thompson Show on AM 560. The Answer.